Hi guys, welcome to my channel Kigaa. So my today's video is about the most basic beauty product that all of us should be using every day. But unfortunately, I think majority of us do not like to use it every day. No, you got it wrong. I'm not talking about moisturizer. I'm talking about sunscreen. Now, if you're thinking that no, sunscreen is something you don't need, let me tell you, you're absolutely mistaken. So whatever skin condition you have, not applying a sunscreen is only going to make it worse. Now that we know why do we need to apply a sunscreen on daily basis, you should also know how to pick up the right sunscreen for you, right? So let's look at some basic things that you should keep in mind while picking up a sunscreen for yourself. So I'm sharing with you few things that you can keep in mind while picking up a sunscreen for yourself. So the very first thing you want to look for in the sunscreen is the term broad spectrum coverage. This simply means that it takes care of both the kinds of rays that sun rays has, which is UVA and UVB. These are the two kinds of sun rays which pretty much cause skin damage. So if the sunscreen says broad spectrum coverage on the bottle or on the tube somewhere, you are good to go. So make sure the sunscreen definitely contains this term somewhere. The second thing you want to make sure it has enough SPF, which is nothing but the sun protecting factor. So make sure it has minimum 30% to like 50% SPF written somewhere on the bottle. Minimum 30% and maximum 50% works fine. If you're someone who's indoors most of the day but outside occasionally, then a 30% SPF factor works good enough. But let's say if you're someone who's like really outside and exposed to sun pretty much the whole day, then it's a good idea to go for a 50% SPF. Let me tell you, another thing that you can also look for is the term paraben free, which simply means it does not have the skin damaging chemicals. Parabens are actually the chemicals which can lead to skin cancer. Also, if you have oily skin, then look for the term non-comedogenic. That simply means it's not going to clog your pores and give you more breakouts. Also, for oily skin, you might want to go for a gel-based or a water-based or a powder-based sunscreen. For dry skin, you could go for a cream-based sunscreen. If you have sensitive skin, look for the term mineral sunscreen. Or you could also look for an ingredient, zinc oxide. Also, if you're someone who's into sports or you just happen to play some sports outdoors for like long hours every day, then you might want to look for water resistant sunscreen. Okay, here I would like to share what brands personally I like to use. So what I do is I actually use two different sunscreens, one for my face, one for rest of my body. The reason being my facial skin is super oily, so I have to use something little more matte and of course non-comedogenic because it doesn't clog my pores and give me more pimples. So I'll tell you what those products are. So if you're someone who has oily skin like me, you can probably benefit a lot from the same product. So for my face, what I'm doing is this sunscreen. It's actually sunscreen by Cetaphil. What I like the most about this sunscreen is it's so light on the skin. It pretty much feels like nothing on the skin. So it works really well for my super greasy skin. Also, it satisfies all those criteria which we just discussed. It has a SPF of 50 plus. It's dermatologically tested, non-comedogenic, paraben free, broad spectrum, even water resistant. Although it's little overpriced, I think I bought it for like 999 bucks from my local chemist, but I know it's available on Amazon at a discounted price of 888 at the moment, so you can check that out. I'm also gonna leave the link for the same in the description box below, so feel free to check that out later. So that was to do with my face. Coming to the rest of the body, what I'm using is a sunscreen. The brand is called Glass Shield. So what I really like about this sunscreen is that it's a mineral sunscreen. Now mineral sunscreens are a little more organic in nature as compared to the normal sunscreens. It's a good buy. It's a SPF of 40 and again has the broad spectrum coverage. It's also oil free and dermatologically tested. Okay, so now that we know why do we need to apply a sunscreen, what are the things we need to look for while picking up a sunscreen, it's also very important to know how exactly to apply the sunscreen. So actually it's very simple. All you have to do is take a teaspoon of sunscreen on your palm and apply it evenly all over your face, on the neck, back of the neck, ears, hands, maybe legs if the need be. Now something which needs to be taken care of is that every 2 hours we are supposed to reapply the sunscreen, because the impact of sunscreen stays unfortunately only for 2 hours. So if you're someone who's outdoor for long, it would be a good idea to kind of carry it in your purse and reapply it every 2 hours. Also, if you're someone who applies makeup, then probably going for a cream based sunscreen would not be a very good idea, so you might want to invest in a powder sunscreen. Well, that's all from my side. I hope you found my video useful. Please don't forget to click on the like button. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.